Okay. All right. We'll go. Okay. All right. I'll see you there.
What'd you say?
One person said they can't hear us. Every time.
Well, good. Probably didn't need to hear that.
Yeah, that's close.
All right.
Yeah, can you talk?
Mic check.
Okay, no, I can hear you on my computer.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not always us.
Yeah.
Well,
Cause I almost hear an echo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Good morning.
What up, man? Okay, thank you, Luke. I appreciate it. I don't hear that often. I don't hear them. I hear about. I read the comments, and you people are mean. Not you guys, but I should say I was sounding like AM radio at first. Jeez. How's everybody doing today? I am absolutely splendid. Florida State won. I have no. I don't give a fuck how they won. They won. A win's a win.
Rio, can I just walk out this gate? Rio, can I just walk out this gate? The Bible says, many are called, and you are chosen. Look around and do a thing. But you gotta come through here. Let's do this thing.
Multiple sounds. We still got that. That's crazy. Did y'all hear it? Or did they not hear? Or did we only hear that?
I.
Okay. Like, is everything out? No, it's not. Like we had a small earthquake inside of Goodfellas.
Oh, okay.
All of my intrusive thoughts came out. It was the coaches. Do you believe?
I forgot. Oh,
Do you believe now? Was that what that was? Still echoing. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. What about now? No echo, hopefully. Jeez.
Better. All right.
You supposed to be in charge. You supposed to be the leader. Lead us to some
Oh man, play that again. I like that. When did we get the Boondock stuff?
breakfast then, nigga. You supposed to be in charge. You supposed to be the leader. Lead us to some breakfast then, nigga.
Hey, I found the Boondocks are some of the greatest quotes ever, man.
That's crazy. That's Regina.
Yeah, you gonna always be a hater. That's why you gonna never get no hoes. Why you ain't never got no bitches. I said that to my dog Cheese. My boy Cheese just said something after we lost. I said, that's why you always gonna be a hater. That's why you never got no bread. You ain't never got no bitches. Oh man. Oh man. Did FAMU, was the FAMU Troy game close?
12-34.
Oh, hold on.
It was the coaches! The coaches!
Yeah, I remember I was a little kid.
Yeah, the little boy.
Actually, can we play a video real quick? Can people give me 5 minutes? I gotta take this call.
Let's go with our first topic.
Jeez.
Yo.
Hey, what's going on, man?
What's up, dog?
Going for it. Going for it. Player out to the flat. He turns it back in to the sideline. And he's going for it.
Go to work right now this morning. Lifting. Yeah, bro, lifting, all kind of lifting going on. It's just lifting all over the place. Hey, listen, the kick returns on 37 UB diabolical. This shit gotta stop, bro. Don't even worry about bro who cut the ball because he's running too damn slow. Look at this, boom. You see that? Yeah, he took bro's noggin off. Hey, bro, look. Speaking of taking the noggin off, look at this. Look, wait for it. 37 fucking U. Like, go watch football, Unc. You tripping? Now listen, the tackle over here on the end, bro. Listen, he did his big one. But the quarterback set him up for boom. Set him up for the big bow, bro. It was over with, bro. Like, fuck, I gotta work. I told y'all gotta take your ass to work, bro. I told y'all, bro. Y'all don't got enough PTO for this bullshit. They be saying that these leagues is insured, bro. No, they're not. I know a couple of them right now that it ain't no insurance at all going on. Look, bro, he the only one I know who got praised for getting fucked up. And you know he 32 you. Look, great value. Jerome Bettis back out here on bullshit, running motherfuckers over. This was the easiest. This was easy money. Damn.
Yeah, Kevin, I like watching adult. I like watching 37U Pop Warner. Like, it just goes back again, man. These guys are playing it for the love of it. All this, like, basically, this is what people say they want college to be, right? This is basically what they're saying right now.
They need better cameras.
Well, yeah, better camera. But they're like, these guys are playing for the, like, this is the only people who are playing football for the love of the game.
He did a gorilla walk after he tackled him.
Bro, you hit me like this, I'm meeting you in the parking lot. You got to pop the trunk on the motherfucker with this, dog. This is not cool. This is not kosher. Like, these guys got to go work in the like moving boxes tomorrow.
I want to watch it.
No, you don't, bro.
No, you don't. That's awful football, bro.
That is pretty cool.
Like, imagine.
Bro, see,
That's what he gets.
weird.
That's so funny. Don't.
Like, you pay him. Like, this isn't. What's crazy is you're paying money for this to have this abuse happen to you.
Oh,
And look at this guy. He can't even get out the blocks.
Yeah, he's very slow. That's crazy. He got a bad back.
All right. Well, anyway, let's go back to this, what we're doing. So I'm sorry about that. I had to get a call. Man, it just Big said, more money, more problems. And there's ways to look at it like that. Jeezy said, more problems, more money. What did Future say? It is more money, more problems, more guns, more violence. That's pretty much basically that. Oh, man. Jesus Christ. Kyle put my dog Kyle, because Kyle normally always donates. The DJ doesn't make sense to me. Dude has an awesome release and throw emotion at times and then shit. We will talk about this. We got some really good shit today. Always happens after a win. Always happens after drama. I'll probably do an FSU centric show because I fucking hate that I know some of these people. And I don't fucking hate that I know these people. I fucking hate the way some of these people move. And I know if I try to say some shit, it's just gonna make more shit happen. And I don't like drama. I think as a man, we should try to stay away from as much drama as possible. Especially when, I know how to, even though I don't have it like that, but I know how money moves in sports. Money moves in sports silent. Like they'd say real G's move in silence like lasagna. It's kind of like that. Like, again, I told y'all, real buddy people gonna go eat their they're gonna eat their hot dog, walk to the person important, complain, and then go sit back and go eat their fucking glizzy. Most powerful man in sports is a glizzy, is an unhinged glizzy goblin that eat that raw dogs glizzies without condiments.
Unhinged as his job?
Well, no, I mean he's unhinged as a person. No, Jerry Jones definitely. You will get to Jerry Jones and Jerry Jones being a part of the Diddy. We're talking about Diddy when I've told y'all who the real. I'm telling y'all, dog, if they could get look at how much baby oil goes on in the combine, probably. Telling y'all, man, I told y'all who the real bandits are.
Bing Rames?
Bing Rames is a real bandit. Big Dick Buster from what's the show? This show was so horrifying. Have you seen it?
What was that movie?
Not the Last King. He was the guy who was the last king of Scotland. He got the Forrest Whitaker. He got the eye. He plays plays Frank Lucas's old boss. Why can't I think of his name? Godfather of Harlem.
Oh yeah.
So Bumpy Johnson. So they messed with Bumpy's daughter. The police officer didn't know who she was. And he says, "Please don't kill me, Mr. Johnson. I'm not gonna kill you. That's too peaceful. Say hello to my friend, Big Dick Buster. Big Dick Buster would like to talk to you for a little bit." But Buster just comes in and he's jacked. And then you see the guy, you see him undo his belt, and you hear the pants drop, and you see the sheer fear on this man's face. So you already know, like, what? How do you get that name? Not how do you get that name?
Yeah,
I know how you get that
there's
name.
only one way
But
to
like,
get that
how do
name.
they know that this is what you enjoy doing? During that time, especially they got to stop calling men homophobic when they go around, and this man's whole job in the mob is to torture people through that. And it's just the name, like Big Dick Buster, just terrifies shit. And he talk about having pleasure in your job, having fun, like that's terrifying. But anyways, though.
Never worked a day of his
Never
life.
Yeah, never.
He's 75 years old. What did you do? Granddad Buster, what did you do? I never worked a day in my life, son. I always came with a smile on my face. Oh, man, that's tough. Anyways, I don't even know. Oh, yeah, we talk about Jerry Jones. But let's go back to anyway, this is Sports Did, part of Did Media Group, presented by AlphaClinicalOnline.com. Fan bases we are here for fan bases. Here for fan bases to help revitalize everything. Yeah. I don't know what else to tell you guys. A win is a win. It is what it is. Shout out to Mandy for bringing the good luck to us for Cal. She got the tickets. We got pictures of her and the Pilgrims hanging out. Good seats. Loving life. Sorry I couldn't get you all the seats in one area. Actually, I'm not going to hold you. I sold 3 of my tickets at the gate. I don't know who bought them, but then they didn't want to buy the other 3. And then I got people gifted again. If you have tickets that you want to give away, you're not going to go to the game because you're tired of this product. It stinks. Shoot them to me. I got people who want to go to the game. I got you, dog. Don't even worry about it. Like, just the last thing we need is a stadium to be empty because for whatever reason, Florida State fans are the only ones that think, you know what? I'm going to show them. I'm not going to support. I'm not going to give any money. That's going to make them win. Says nobody. Nebraska ain't won in most of y'all lifetime. And them bitches ain't they've been selling out stadiums before the first black player. You know what they probably had? If they put a color in that field, I'm never buying a ticket. They said that somebody bought their tickets to go watch the colored players play. Just remember that. But anyway, let's go through the run through the stuff. Luke, I got something for them Dolphins, boy. Y'all literally showed y'all ass. That was wild. I ain't never seen no shit like that. We'll get to the Mandarin U thing in a second. I guess talk about my weekend. Everybody's like Florida State. I mean, they started off before the game. All my friends are like, why can't Florida State? Like, I'm like, LSU scored 17. The LSU game is exciting. I wish our offense would score 17 points in the half. Like, bitch, why does everything have to be about Florida State? And now I get why that malnourished podcaster that covers Florida used to say shit like, go touch some grass. I just say, put your feet in some sand. This was what I did on Saturday. My office, because, work, like Big Dick Buster never worked a day in his life. Average James never really worked a day in his life either. This is just this is what my views were on Saturday from my hotel. New phones will make your life better. That look like does that look like a stock photo? Damn near. Just show the people to be like this was my view from my room from the balcony and whatnot.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that
Is
was
he from
amazing.
Tax Slayer?
We were in Amelia Island.
Oh, of
Oh,
course.
It's
I get
beautiful.
The Jag Stadium, office.
No, that's definitely
he gets a pool.
Yeah, that was like, it was pretty nice, man. It was nice. Cam Ward walked into USF and dropped 50 points. Hey, man, Cam Ward is done. Listen, bro, high five. Cam Ward is that motherfucker right there. He is balling. But that was me. I told them I would not let them hurt me. I was not gonna let them fuck up my weekend. The only thing that fucked up my weekend was the food that we ate because it was pilgrim food. It was okay. Just sometimes, not all of my guys, son's godfather cooked like a motherfucker, but it was rich pilgrim food. And I don't really do that. I'm just my taste buds will never be that refined. Even though I did go to the Jamaican spot.
Ooh.
The Real Thing for Thursdays and Fridays. Y'all gotta go check out my people at the Real Thing. Tell them Big Game sent you. They'll give you like a good napkin. That's about it. Man, we was in there, man. They had some tamarind chicken. And I don't know what it was, but I don't even know what tamarind is. But it was good though. I know that. It was good. And then forever they had the best collard greens and macaroni and cheese in the city. I typically don't like Jamaican Caribbean people's macaroni and cheese.
Really?
It's like a macaroni cake, damn near. It's not like Southern, like it's almost like a lasagna, damn near, is how much they put it in. Whereas a good macaroni and cheese, the noodles are kind of they're in the cheese sauce down below the big, nice, thick cheese. Anyways, but they do it right at the Real Thing. But let's go to the next thing. What's up, Jackson James? Top of the morning to you too as well. This is Mandy and them. Shout out to her indoctrinating the University of Miami's strength and conditioning coach there.
That's a great mustache.
I'm saying that's what the university. Go look at the University of Miami's mustache, strength and conditioning coach's mustache. Actually, just look at him and then look at this guy, and you'll be like, "Damn, that's definitely dedication. That's definitely a Wild Wild West mustache." Like he's
with a 6-shooter.
He's got a 6-shooter somewhere. If his name was Jesse James, it would not throw me off.
Drinks at the saloon.
Definitely drinks at the saloon. He doesn't just sip a beer, and then slams it down. Love it. She got the blues on. Again, those are the things that we like to do for people, getting them tickets. Membership has its perks, blah, 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 all that good jazz. So if you're not a greenie, become a greenie. Doc Holliday.
Doc Holliday is great.
And he's a Marine and a firefighter. See, it shows. He's a Marine and a firefighter. Like, we have got to get that stash insured. We don't want that thing getting singed going into a fire. That would be tragic. But I'm glad glad her and the people had a good time. Falcon. That's such a good movie, man. I quote that movie so much. Doc Holliday is my friend. I have a lot of friends. I don't. Hey, what did he say? Johnny Ringo. You look like you seen you look like you just walked over your corpse. He's just such an antagonizing person, man. He said, he's like, are you sure you can see? I see 3 of you. I'm going to shoot the one in the middle. Like, it's just so many great quotes in that movie. All right, on to the next thing. I don't know what's going on with that. Whoa. Yes, I'm in the bottom left-hand corner on your laptop, I think. Or wherever you're showing this from.
That's from the computer.
Oh, well, damn, I don't know. But this is my guy, Mandarin University here. All we do is produce studs. Tion Weiss, 18 carries, 108 yards. I think he had 43 receiving yards and a touchdown. And then he had a kickoff return for 35. Doing a stud dizzle. All he does is score touchdowns. He was the leading scorer in 4M last year, as well as the leading rusher in 4M. Only one scholarship offered to Albany State. All he has done since he's been at Albany State in a short amount of time, because he did not get an offseason. They told him 1 week before they started camp that he needed to go to camp. and he's worked his way up. I think he's number 2 on the depth chart. He's only scored a touchdown in every college game he's played so far. So he's doing the thing, kickoff returns, touchdown, rushing touchdowns, receiving touchdowns. One thing we used to say last year is 20 going to score. So we'll see his story as well as we also had another Mandarin University alumni score. Both John Mitchell and Antoine Belgrave Shorter were on the field for Penn State last weekend. And AJ, which is Antoine Belgrave Shorter, scored his first collegiate touchdown on defense, returning a fumble for a touchdown. So if you want to know more information about our Mandarin University, guys, go ahead and pull that up, Miles. Make sure y'all go check out Mandarin University YouTube channel. We'll actually be putting our first some of the first stuff with the documentary up here very shortly. Be some good stuff. We'll talk about IMG and some of the other stuff. Not Mandarin University, but Florida Agricultural Mechanical University. We've talked about Angela Suggs. Angie Suggs has been officially named the athletic director at FAMU in her black power suit. I think she got voted. I was wrong. She got voted unanimously. She looking all powerful and shit. Small world. People were like, how do you know? I didn't know you know. People who listen to the show, they know her and like the family friend of the family. Like, how you know Angie? Have I told y'all the story about Angie?
Nah.
All right. So Angie, so I didn't know that I knew Angie and that Angie knew me at first. I just knew my boy OJ, that was his boss. And he would post a picture of them and blah, blah, blah. And I'd be like, hey, man, you know, just as young black men having jokes about our stuff, like we're still teenagers. Hey, man, put me down with your boss, man. Hey, man, what your boss, like, what's your boss got going for? He's like, I don't need the responsibility of being her man. That seems like a lot. I just want to be, like Tupac said, I don't want to be your man. I want to be you feel me? Rather, his song N-I-G-G, it's a great song. Great romantic song. I'd rather be your N-I-G-G-A so we could get drunk and smoke weed all day. It don't matter if you love me, baby. You need a thug in your life because busters ain't loving you right. That is so romantic. But she's got a great husband. He's a lobbyist. Dope person. He's an Omega. She's a Delta. They got all kinds of stuff going. So I'm saying all these jokes for a solid year, right? All these jokes, messing with him. He's like, hey, man, come by the office. You're in town. You know, come meet Angie, blah, blah, blah. We come in, I walk in the door. I get hit with one of the things that I've been hit with far too many times. You're going to probably no, because if you don't live here in Jacksonville, Jay, then you don't have anything to worry about. But if you go back to your hometown, you're going to get hit with this shit, and it's going to bother you. It's going to bother you. I've been hit with this 5 times in my adult life. A pretty, very powerful black woman would come up to me, and they'll talk to me, and they'll stop, and they'll say, oh, I know who you are. Oh, you Carmen's baby. And I'd be like, man, what the fuck? Like, I mean, especially when I was younger, really when I was like 22, 23, they'd be like, oh, you Carmen's baby. Like, no, I'm James Anthony Coleman. I'm a grown-ass fucking man. I am not anybody's baby. I walk in, she hits me with, I know exactly who you are. Your sister's an attorney. I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. It's not striking. You Carmen's baby. I used to change your diapers at Pocahontas Village. You grew up with, Baby Dre. You know this, you know that. So I said, God damn, this motherfucker really know me. This fucked up the whole mood right now. Now, a few weeks later, I had one of the best comebacks, but it was too late. It doesn't count anymore. Like, she's like, when a grown woman tells you she changed her diapers, you just tell her change them again. I couldn't think about it. I didn't have to come back then. But like, anyways, though, it's dope.
Man, it's wild.
I didn't have to come back then, so it's not as good. So I just had to. So, but it evaporated my entire crush when another woman tells you, the most powerful woman in sports in the state of Florida tells you that she changed her diapers before. It fucked me up. Or like, I saw you seen mine, so it's only right. But she's over there, man. She's at FAMU. I expect big things to happen if they get rid of that stupid ass misogyny shit that they be having going on. Just listen to her. I think she will put them in the right direction. Shout out to fam. Shout out to her. All right, going on to the next thing. Barstool Sports. I guess that's what the next thing is. We have the Madden curse, but can we tell people to stop doing Dr. Pepper Fanville?
What?
So Bryce Young is crying in the fucking huddle.
Yeah, that was bad.
Quinn Ewers has made us now we know I guess he got hurt. So now we all know we have to see Arch Manning prove us all wrong, show us everything about white privilege. Just joking. Archie Manning is privileged. But he does have Manning privilege, but the motherfucker's showing his ass right now. Good shot for him.
Yeah.
And then DJ Ukulele. Or Uigungale. Uigungale. That's it, yeah. They all stink. Everybody who's gotten paid to be on that they've been literally just that's true, Mike Hall. We are literally the expectations train in there. Like all off the train. But yeah, so that's kind of fun. But speaking of I like to see this is dope. Everybody's been joking about Big Dave, right?
Damn.
Shout out to Big Dave, though.
Shout out Big Dave.
Big Dave put up a cold ass tweet, and it's supportive and it's real at the same time. We all recognize that when there are any offensive struggles, I go back to it.
Yeah, I got you.
The responsibility ultimately rests on the quarterback, since everything begins with him. DJ consistently takes responsibility for his errors and makes no excuses. He knows what he signed up for and the responsibilities that come with being a quarterback at a historic school like FSU. Outside of football, as a father, it's hard to see his son face challenges, but my faith remains strong. I believe that God chooses his toughest soldiers for the hardest battles. Therefore, for me, it's not about questioning why DJ, but rather asking why not DJ. You can question his play, but never his heart or his character. Philippians 4:13. And he was responding to a guy who said something about his son. Normally, it's been very before the season. It's a little aggressive. Yeah. This is mature, and this is recognizing what's going on. Like no fighting, no them. Hey man,
he can't beat everybody up. So
you can't fight everybody. But the thing is, at a certain point, hey man, I don't suck. I'm done.
Yeah,
my son stinks, but we got to get this figured out. And the only thing I don't like, and this is why I like the meme, like, God, why do you give me your hardest battles? And like the one Florida State was like, dude, just cover the wheel route. Like it's not the toughest battles, just get rid of the fucking ball. Like move faster. But it's tough. Regardless of what you say, it is a very difficult thing to see your loved one get thrashed in the media, in social media. And like again, that's why I said the other day, and I saw somebody, you put the wrong damn picture up, by the way. You put my baby boy up.
Oh.
And it was which is fine. He's actually doing well. He's just not good yet. My oldest son is the one. Somebody gonna put it in there.
Football longer.
Yeah, it was gonna put it in there. I play with your my son plays with your son. And so I started thinking about it. I'm like, man, what the fuck that mean? Like, then I watched the whole video and I saw the picture. I'm like, oh. But then I was like, who the fuck is your son? Because I'm trying to figure out what he was trying to say by that. You trying to say kill a son? Is that what he's trying to say? Because I need to know. Because I need to go kick your son while he's down. He's like, bitch, my son been playing football. He's been playing football for a few months. Killer will be good. Again, as I tell people, I've seen the way that story ends. We're gonna have some large Negroes in my house. But shout out to DJ U for doing his thing. We got Deshaun up there. What's Deshaun's thing saying? I didn't know he had that up there. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I didn't even see this.
Yeah.
You don't want you nah.
So again, I have told y'all time and time again. All right, can we be real? Jerry Jones is a Republican.
Right.
Republicans have this thing where they're terrified of transmissions and everything else and all the other stuff. And in the gay shit. They don't want you learning about gay shit, right?
Okay.
But what have I told y'all is the gayest time of year? It ain't Pride Month.
Oh.
It's the Combine.
Oh, well, yeah.
You don't believe me? Y'all don't believe this? The guys that actually been through these. Every story I tell you, I've lived through. I've witnessed. I've been here. Jamie Foxx got a chance to listen to it, and it's appalling. The people who fight the gay shit the most are typically the ones that's the gayest. And listen to this. You tell me if there should have been a pause thrown in here. Jamie's at a Cowboys fight.
Stay up. Hey, that's pretty good right there. He showed balance. 5, 9 1/2, 210. 5, 9, 210. 4, 4, 1. Okay. 9 3/8 head. 8 1/2 inch dick.
Hey, yo.
Listen, man.
Why is that a stat?
He went through.
That's his stat.
He went through like a black woman saying the type of man that they want. Now, they want a little taller normally. That man, how does I'm telling you, now, granted, I don't know how bad he wanted to be a cowboy. Maybe I didn't go, Cowboys didn't interview me. So I don't know. I didn't have to go. I didn't go to a camp with the Cowboys. I didn't go get extra measurements because sometimes when you go to these workouts, they do their own height and weight and stuff like that. I did not know they was pulling out tape measure to measure your third leg. I did not realize this. This is new to me.
I don't believe what you're saying right now. What? I'm missing the inside joke. There's no way.
They just said an 8.5-inch dick.
That had to be.
There's no.
Yeah, it's very
there's
slave master.
There's no other way to confuse this.
I mean, if this
I
is
told
true,
y'all what it looks like when you go to
So
the combine.
Kaepernick was right.
When you go to the it's not
burn down the sport.
Yeah.
Burn down the sport.
Right.
Burn down the
Again,
sport. We're done
if
with it.
history was taught properly, right, you would know that there were multiple different types of slave trades. Obviously, the most egregious one was the American slave trade because what happened is the only one that made you a slave at birth. Like, you could not be free, other different things. And there was bug breaking. There was a whole bunch of other different stuff. When you go there, it looks like an auction. I'm not. Also, the people don't know that gladiators were slaves. Gladiators were also some of the most well-paid people in Rome. They were basically the athletes. They had posters. They had hoes. They had all kinds of different things. They got paid good money. That's why they could afford to buy their freedom after a while. But when you go up there, it kind of sounds like a Diddy party. You're lathered up. You're shirtless. You're in your drawers, and you walk up on a stage, and they call out your name. So that's probably why he knows it would be like 059.5. That's the height. You step on a scale. Weight 210 pounds. They take a tape measure. They go thumb to pinky. So that's the 9.5. So 9.5 inches.
Oh, okay.
9.5 inch hands
He was talking about it
to grip.
No, he
He said 9.5 inches before that.
Yeah.
He clearly said that man was an inch shorter, an inch smaller.
Why are you so confused, man? Wake up. Wake up.
Thumb to pinky. Because I was right at 10. And then he said 8.5. Now they don't do the 8.5. They don't whip out the tape measure and measure you at the combine, from what I understand. They didn't do it to me. But I will tell you what I had heard. Listen, you're not looking, but sometimes the shit's in your face. And you're wearing tights. So like women love gray sweatpants season starts next week. October 1st is the official start of gray sweatpants season. You can wear it whenever you want to, but that's just like you wear sundress whenever you want to. But like gray sweatpants is typically across the United States. Men will be participating in gray sweatpants season. I have about 20 pairs of gray sweatpants, different variations. But I heard a guy, and I don't know if it was Jerry Jones. Now that I think about it, would you look at that? God, that's a thick. And he was talking about the man's.
What?
It was there. He was talking about his baby arm that was hanging out. That was in his pants. I'm just saying, like, this is the shit that people don't want to have intelligent conversations because they don't want to, like, open their minds to go in a different direction. And I understand that. You want to protect your sanctity. But I tell you, I've been telling y'all since I've been doing media for 10 years. And I've told y'all go listen to how they talk. We've had to do, come on, look at that bubble butt. Look at that thickness. Like,
what happens to them though? Like, if this
they
was a
start
woman,
tasting their words and shit, mouth is salivating. Technically, it's sexual harassment, but nobody cares about
that's what
men.
I'm saying.
Nobody gives a fuck about men. Your employer is not like we did a sexual harassment course at 1010XL, right? I can't tell you why we did it because one of the guys I'm really close with, but him and the bitch was having adult conversations, and the bitch didn't like that he turned her down, and so she turned him in. But I used to be like, so we had a running inside joke. One of our old sponsors called one of the people who worked there called Denny a DILF. And so I'd be like, hey man, what's up, DILF? What's this? Blah, 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 and things of that nature, right? So I learned that Denny doesn't have to turn me in for sexual harassment. Somebody else can hear me talk to him like that, and they can turn me in. Because they'll say that Denny was too afraid to speak up for himself.
Yes.
But it never works with men because nobody cares about men. It's just with women. Like it's not sexual harassment with women if they like you. It's sexual harassment if you're ugly. That's how you know.
I mean, what's the difference between this and what John Gruden?
Well, John Gruden called his employer like a F and F.
I mean,
a fucking F.
If somebody was talking, actually, you're right. I'm a man. I guess it doesn't matter.
I just no one cares about him coming up. It would make for very awkward, elevator talk. I don't want somebody behind me that knows knows my measurements.
Right, my boss.
And he was proud of that.
Yeah. Father. Yeah.
I don't get mad at him because billionaires own people. It's what billionaires do. I told you, if I were a billionaire, I would want to own people too. Think I would be a good owner of people. I wouldn't talk about how big the dicks are, but like, hey.
Yeah, that just seems
a bit much, egregious.
It just seems illegal.
But that was Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones definitely was at the Diddy parties.
Yeah.
So we already did the adult Pop Warner shit.
Oh yeah.
Talked about that already.
So now we're past continuations. We're on to Monday.
Yeah, this is it, man. Let me tell you.
Dolphin?
Yeah. Now this is again Jerry Jones and Big Dick Bus. Wow, how ass are the Dolphins? Shout out to Kevin in NG images for this right here.
I'll keep it in the small box.
Can they see it?
Yeah, they can.
Okay, how ass are the Dolphins?
I'll give it one quick. This is just,
so there's a one that Melina put up a couple years ago.
It looks like Clayface from Batman.
So the Jaguars, there's a Jaguar player tackling, I believe, a Titans player, and he's grabbing him right here.
With his
thumbs are like that. Now, the booty's not exposed. But we don't wear drawers under those things, man. So your thing is like, it's right there.
You don't wear nothing under there?
No, you don't wear no drawers under there.
Damn.
It gets restricting once you get thighs. You start getting like thigh burns.
I imagine they wore the tight biker thingies.
Some people wear slides, but it's restricting. Really, your pants are so tight, they're not supposed to slide down like that. Like I wore size 28 game pants. I had to hop in them bitches like women hop in the skinny jeans. It took me a damn near an hour to put my game pants on. The things wasn't coming off. But yeah, we can get that off the screen now. That's enough. That's enough of that. But Jerry Jones is salivating right now. Jerry Jones, Salad Perry, Puffy, they're inviting this man to the party. They're like, this man gets down. Didn't know you like to get wet.
Oh my gosh.
Monday morning prayers is the only thing you can do for this man. Shout out to my nose. I know y'all were just woo. Hey, I'm gonna mute it later, but just go ahead and let that praise music go. Like you gotta turn it. Somebody put her name. I just want to meet this thing. I want to just give her. I want to give her. I bet she gives it full ass. Yeah, she got that auntie elbow too. I know that's solid, but I know. Where's Springfield at, man? We play the Jag. I mean, excuse me. We play the Gators in Tallahassee. You let me bring. I know them. I just know her sweet potatoes are fire. Like, everything she got on that menu is glorious, and God has blessed that. I might not believe, but I believe whatever if she tell me, baby, I'm gonna pray for you. I'm closing my eyes. I am praying hard with her, with TT. I don't know who she is, but man, that is exactly how I was after the game. I was around the people at the Gator Bowl. They was like, "Why are you frowned up?" I said, "Bitch, I'm trying to watch my alma mater. They're not making me happy right now."
I get to press it again.
Swear that man cussed it. There's no way you can be that geek to that yelling and not curse at all. But yeah, shout out to whoever's black mama that is, or black grandmama, or I don't know how old she is. She could be anywhere between 35 and 67. But again, I just want a plate and a hug. That's all.
The plate.
Yeah, I mean, again, until I'm going to assume until you're lying. That's AZ Mama. That is not AZ Mama. Man, I'm giving her a hug. I'm gonna give her a hug for real, for real. I know she's been AZ from Pensacola area too, man. That's down in Alabama. I know she can cook. It is settled now. It is settled. I'm going to look for her the next home game. I'm gonna be on the sideline. I am looking in the stands. I'm going to point at her and be like, "Ma'am, I saw you with your hands raised up like you was in praise and worship service, and I need a hug from you. I need to feel Jesus' warmth. Like, I know it's coming from you." That's crazy. I did not know that. AZ Mama, all right with me, baby. I love AZ Mama. She just looked like she says very encouraging words. Like, when she, again, Ray Lewis said he going to pray for me, that's a threat. AZ Mama, what up? AZ Mama, pray. Dog, are y'all going to beat Bama? Go ahead and get this Bama shit over with.
Dude, if we don't beat Bama, I'm going to have to resign my friendship with some people. I hate Russian water.
Nah, man. Nah, it's one of them days just like that.
Just like that, yeah. Just like that.
It's 10 a.m. It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Hey, I'm talking about you got to get started sometime.
That part. I hear that.
I stop now.
Because it's Monday.
The days just when you run adult chicken wing establishments and clubs, the days just blur together. There is no such thing as Mondays.
That's crazy.
It's copious amounts of alcohol everywhere. You can just drink whatever you want. It's actually easier to get liquor in here than it is to get water.
Where?
Here.
Yeah.
In the lounge right now, if you wanted to go get an ice cold water, very difficult. If you wanted some liquor, though, you can get whatever fucking liquor you wanted, man. It's damn near back there. All right.
It's our work environment.
Exactly. So that was Monday Morning Praise. Shout out to Jesus' first miracle before you judge. His first miracle was turning water into wine. So MFTK moment, we had this right here. Shout out to this little girl. She is
driven by an 8-year-old girl who took a solo
life. Not saying she's a bitch. I'm just saying.
I mind she is 8 years old.
Listen, listen to what the people are saying that this 8-year-old did, and tell me that this isn't the most like every white woman in this chat, every woman in this chat. You're doing this now. If she starts at 8, she's going to she's drinking. It's pumpkin spice season. She's doing everything. Listen to what this little
The
girl.
situation could have turned out much worse. Newly released video shows the SUV driven by an 8-year-old girl who took a solo trip to a Target in Ohio. The driver recaptured the video in Bedford on Sunday morning, said he spotted the SUV swerving, noticed the driver seemed small, and called 911. Around the same time, the family reported the girl and the SUV missing. Police found the 8-year-old safe in the Target store about 25 minutes from her house after she was done shopping.
Could she have seen the dashboard?
Hey, I ain't mad at it.
Money.
What?
She's 8.
She has money. She drove 25 minutes to Target. She's done this before. MFTK moment right there, man.
Yeah.
She ain't even gonna get spanked.
Now, my boy George Foster, somebody sent this to me on IG, and they were like, "Would you?" They did a mom versus son Oklahoma drill. It's cuter with the 8U kids.
Yeah. Why?
After a certain point, it gets wild.
Yeah, them boys too big.
And somebody said, I would fucking kill my mom in this drill.
Yeah, I mean,
if you decided that you want to come up in here, you know all the shit that how many whippings. Oh, shout out to my old dude's birthday. My dad, I gotta get the story. My dad's birthday was yesterday. You know how many beatings I got because I look like my dad and sound like him? Oh, this would have been perfect payback. I'd have cried after I hit her, but I'd be like, why'd you make me like the same way she cried when she was spanking me? She would say stuff like, why did you make me have to do that to you? I would tell my mom after I laid her ass out in this drill, why the fuck did you make me do this to you? And like this is the moms probably didn't weigh this one well enough.
Oh, now your mom don't know how to cook. He went too hard.
Never stop your feet. That's something that's not. Don't stop your feet. Sit on your heels. Kid didn't even give it. He could have made it worse.
She gonna forget his birthday.
Yeah, he messed up.
Yeah, that was too much.
Why would she even do that though? Like, be for real.
That's funny though.
I bet you that kid was hyped. He's like, yeah.
And it's one of those things that sucks that you can't celebrate because where are you gonna go?
Yeah,
you gotta go home.
She alright.
Can she drive him home? I don't even know if I tell you what, if Carmen lined her ass up back in my day, I'd fuck Ida Mae up too. They're two of my favorite women in the world that have ever walked this planet. Like you put my put my mom on the goal line and watch me score that touchdown. Like watch me. Like, damn, fucked up. Hey, definitely terrible form. Look at this is the problem. This is who's leading our children. She's not even and the problem is if you try to correct her, she'll say, "Don't mansplain to me," or some shit like that. Hey man, whatever. Going on to that's the MFTK moments of the day. It's not as cute when they get older though. That shit was cute when you was laying them out when he was fucking 6 and 8. Yeah. That motherfucker got little man muscles on him. Now you don't want no smoke.
That's
coaching jobs, man. I put this up here on Friday. Then I saw another one that we'll just go through the whole list of those and read those. But like, oh man, I had the comments. I had the comment section. You people, you Karens in your fucking comment section. Fuck you if you don't think you need to lose profanity. But we'll get to it. Go to the first one. Profanity is a part of sports. The Twitter one. These guys, the couch coaches. I teach your son in school. I coach him on the field. I spend 6 quality hours with your son each day. Basically, I spend more time with your badass kids than you do. we go. We discussed. I talked to his teachers about his grades. I had to do grade check today. Set up tutoring when needed. We discussed behavior and discipline when needed. We talk about relationships, friends, extracurriculars. I buy him lunch and snacks when he forgets to ask you for money. I monitor his social media posts and online activity. I invite and talk to colleges that fit him and his needs. I write recommendations to community leaders for those that not going to college. I pray for him daily. Sometimes I put him above my own family time. I tell him I love you because I do. For a lot of my boys, I am you. By the way, I apologize for always calling the wrong play or playing the wrong kid on Friday nights. I'll work on that. Basically, a lot of y'all get on us about silly shit when you have no idea how hard it is to deal with your kid. That's actually you do. That's why you give them to us.
Right.
And your kid can tell you why they're not playing. I get paid $1,440 funky ass dollars the Wednesday before Black Friday to coach a year of football. Trust me, I don't give a fuck. I truly should not give a fuck about your kid. I care about winning, but I happen to like kids, so it helps. But at the end of the day, if your kid can help me win games, trust me, their ass gonna play. That's why we do all the other shit. But 99% of them are going to go pro in something other than sports. So they got to become better men. And they're not becoming that based upon some of you parents. Because y'all raising some pacified fucking pussies. So, yeah, I don't know that. MFTP. That's the next hat. Is y'all getting motherfuckers fired over some dumb shit. And that's where the next one comes in. You can go to the next one.
Not this one.
No, I'm saying no, that one, but it's a slot. It's like if you click on the arrow and the guy puts, it's nothing new for parents to express their displeasure with playing time. But nowadays, the way parents are going about things is insanely wrong. Is it on? Is it sharing?
Yeah.
All right. Instead of going up to coach and going up the chain of command, having their child talk to their coach about playing time or setting up a meeting with the coach and maybe the athletic director, parents are now going straight to the top and throwing a fit to one of their personal friends on the school board. And the way the school boards are handling things is another subject that I'll touch on later. Go to the next one. Parents are getting coaches fired for some of the silliest reasons. Profanity was one I heard. Culture was another. If you're concerned about your child's coach using profanity, do me a favor. Go grab your kid's phone and open Spotify and listen to the few songs on their playlist. Read a text thread between them and their buddies. Better yet, during a conversation between you and your spouse or a group of friends that happens within the earshot of your child, record it. And go listen back and tell me how much profanity you hear that your kid does. The kid does too. If you need help off your high horse after that, let me know. Basically saying, fuck you. Y'all cuss around y'all kids. Y'all dog cuss them. You tell them they ain't shit. So what's the problem? What's the problem when I tell them they ain't shit? It's because sometimes at least I'm telling them they ain't shit in a real encouraging way because they ain't shit for that play. Go to the next thing. So here's a challenge to you. Take a step back, let coaches and players play, and let kids have some fun, for goodness sake. Stop making everything about you and stop craving attention and just sit back and enjoy watching your child in their high school athletic careers. Less than 1% of all high school athletes go on to play at the college level. So why not enjoy and encourage the 4 years they get to play high school sports? Just, again, cursing is cursing, man. Don't cuss my kid out at a certain age. But if you say, man, god damn, that ain't bad. Or you're playing like a pussy, that's a descriptor. That is not me calling you that. That's me calling you that in that moment. If you don't want to be called that, here's a novel idea. Stop playing like that. Even though, I think, what's the girl name from Golden Girls that we all loved?
Betty White.
Betty White. Yeah, Betty White had one of the dopest quotes. Can we stop talking about pussy like pussy ain't like one of the toughest parts of the body that anybody's ever created? And balls, and saying you're playing with balls when balls are technically one of the most sensitive areas in the body that's ever been created. Pussies get a beating, they bleed, they get stuffed with all kinds of different things, and they still work. Balls, you tap a ball the right way, and you're taking a Colin Kaepernick. But I understand. The point is fuck you if you don't like your kid being cursed at. Go play for one of them soft ass teams where they do everything right and they still and they lose every fucking game. And then you still want the coach fired. But that's me telling you about your kids and being tired about your kids and they suck. And you don't want to do nothing about it besides cry and get people fired from their little jobs that they get paid $1,440 funky ass dollars that you won't go pass a background check for. Even worse on the Pop Warner level, man, we don't get paid shit to coach them kids. I have this theory. I don't critique coaches unless I'm willing to coach. And even my son is fucking is annoying to coach sometimes. I try to tell him what the fuck to do, and he look at me like, I know, Dad. No, you don't. You don't. If you knew, you wouldn't have done it the way you did what was supposed to do. But anyways, on to the next thing.
We are coaching kids. FSU.
Yeah, let's go on to the FSU stuff. Oh man, let's talk about it. One of the things that I love to do on this show, guys, we got to stop being weird. Miles, Jaden do a phenomenal job of making shorts and clips. They are at best 90 seconds. For the most part, they're a minute because we have to get them on YouTube. The show is damn near 2 hours most days. I probably will speak on some subjects a minimum of 15 minutes. It is impossible to take, within context, 15 minutes in a minute highlight. Now, I understand that some of you guys don't know how IG needs to have vertically integrated film. So with the vertically integrated film, you miss a lot of pieces of the video. So we posted a video of Megamon, Ja'Kai Douglas. He didn't do very hot. I described the video. I tell somebody there's a DB that was 7 to 10 yards off. And then there was one that was 2 to 3 yards off. In the video on the short, you can clearly see 2 wide receivers. And you know what everybody decided to correct me on? That DB's not 7 to 10 yards off. I'm like, bitch, do you think they covered Florida State's 2 wide receivers with one DB? It bothers me because I'm like, you were so ready to just tell me I was wrong. Instead of just thinking, you know what, maybe this isn't the entire field. Maybe there's a DB behind that. But forget all of that. Somebody added Ja'Kai Douglas. Like, first and foremost, what the fuck do you think they're gonna do to me?
Yeah, and I made it. He don't know me, and I don't know him. Nobody.
What do you mean added him?
They added him in the comments.
They added.
Played at Florida State, transferred to FAMU. Is a tight end at FAMU. He made a comment. I didn't read it. I'm just like, bitch, I'm there all the time. Swing on me then.
Yeah.
If you again, my joke would be if you swing. And I started to put on there, but it wasn't about bashing Ja'Kai. Ja'Kai's a damn good player. He had a shitty performance right there overall, and that was indicative of how the team has been playing. You put that tape on the field, not me. I get paid to critique. You get paid to play. If you play good, I talk about you good. If you play bad, I talk about the truth. That's the reason why I can sleep at night, because I'm real. The reality of the situation is, and in 20, I hope he makes enough plays the rest of this season so that in 20 years, we will remember who he is. That is my hope for him. Or any of them.
And it's just one bad play.
And yeah, it's not, I didn't say he sucked. I said he stunk then. That was a shitty play. I'm sure Ronald Dugans told his ass over and over again, that is not the way this shit was designed to be. Now, I say that, I like to give props. The motherfucker played. He had another shitty play like that, by the way. But we're not going to go find that one. We're going to show what he did do, because Mega Man, when the play needed to be made, the motherfucker made the play. And shout out to Molina Sports. I'm saying that's the picture of the play. That was a touchdown, the second touchdown. The touchdown that sealed the game. Basically, we needed this. Look at the eye concentration, over the shoulder, has the guy beat deep. We ain't even showed my bad. Eye concentration, over the shoulder, guy beat deep, nice catch. Making light-skinned men proud everywhere. Beating the evil dark-skinned cow bear. He might not be evil. I don't know that kid, but
he's dark.
He's dark-skinned and he's light-skinned, and this is what Tyler Perry would love to put in this movie. Kudos to him. He had a couple big catches and a couple big plays in this game. Shout out to them. A bunch of guys that we've been shitting on all year finally woke up and decided that they wanted to play, even though the score still was putrid. Guys made plays. Good. There were good signs that you could see out of this situation. He could have dropped it, and we would have been upset, and we would have been talking about him. But he caught that bad boy. Shout out to Ja'Kai Douglas for doing your thing. I hope your brother recovers very fast because he was a dynamic player too, but he got hurt. Going to the next thing. This is just us talking about Florida State, loving it up for a minute. Now, play this right here. Now, this is the reason why I say the things that I say about us having to fill the stadium up. You must. It's not that much shit to do on a Saturday. If you don't want to go to the game, help me get kids into the game because there's a lot of people who aren't like you, who actually do want to have distractions in their life. But this is why you play the game. This is why you go to Doak Campbell Stadium. It's impossible for it to be at capacity because we're still doing construction. But man, this sounded live. Go ahead, push play. There were 6 false starts. That's the most by any road team in the country. That is loud. That's how
Their media department.
It's a lot. But they get free labor.
What?
Them people ain't getting paid. Only a couple people getting paid to do that.
That's
they had the shit. They had the. Oh man, did I tell you about the white girl that was in the combo? Oh brother, they got this little attachment on her. And she's running around and looking at everybody. The skinniest white girl. They got her carrying the most heavy equipment. I told her she looked like the chick from Aliens when they put the little machine on. Like this is,
she put it in the suit.
Yeah, on the suit.
Yeah, the mech suit.
But it was crazy. It was loud. I love it. It was dope. Cal fan who's been there. Cal was getting really weird with their trolls. Like it's like trolling is not for the intelligent. Like you gotta if I gotta have like a master's in political psychology or something like that to understand your joke, then it's not a good joke. Like the minute you have to explain a joke, like ask somebody who said something's funny. I didn't get it. Could you explain it to me? And it just fucks everything up.
Yeah, I hate that guy.
But Admiral Bear put credit is due to FSU fans. Pre-snap penalties, especially in the red zone, were a huge factor in the game. That's crowd noise. Not a lot of fan bases after 3 disappointing gut shots to open the season would still show up and get loud enough to make a difference. That's what is needed by our fan base. Everybody's been getting on Shade Tree Jr. Well, he had a really good game. 7-5, that would be Joshua Farmer. 33, Edwin Joseph. 16, which would be Quindarius Jones, and 1, Shaheem Brown, and 11. All had good games. All had extremely good games. Played to where we believe they should have been playing all year. If we're going to bash them, you got to give them credit. Greg Farmer, brother of Josh Farmer. Greg and Tyler are so cool. I love those guys. Love their love for their brother. Dapping it up for Cola Boy. He cut his dreads. He's been playing pretty good since he cut his dreads, man. So shout out to him. Ain't nothing better than coming over to the fans after a win, regardless of any of that stuff, man. So I like Josh, man. I hope he continues to play well. Clay Fink with 247 and Brandon Sano with 247, doing what I believe that they should really do more than anything else. Just talk about the game. Get the stats. Stop asking motherfuckers if they decommit. Let's just talk about the game. Florida State sacks by game. They had none against Georgia Tech. They had 3 against Boston College, 3 against Memphis, 6 in the first 3 games. They had 7 sacks against Cal. I'm gonna go back to you. If you have 3 sacks in the football game, you know what you should be doing? Winning it. Everybody blames Fuller, and they said the Fuller D is limp. Statistically speaking, the Fuller D ain't shit wrong with the Fuller D. We just can't achieve any O's. Like you can't score. Like we have yet to score over 24 points in a game. Like that's the offense. The defense isn't your problem. The offense is your problem. And people just have never liked Adam Fuller. So he is a easy target. So Josh Farmer, speaking to him, he had 7 quarterback pressures and 1 sack. I hate Pro Football Focus, but he had an 83.2 Pro Football Focus rush grade, 72.1 run defense grade. And shout out to Brendan Sonnone for giving us those stats. That's his sack. That sack came on play 49. Means he was getting active. Sophomore quarterback Quindarius Jones, number 16, 85.7 defensive grade. Only allowed 1 catch, 3 pass breakups on 7 targets, only 13 yards allowed, 39.6 passer rating allowed. Quindarius Jones is like one of 4 players there's only 4 other players who have more pass breakups than him in the NCAA. Now, what was crazy is they found him and they kept picking on him. And all he did was shine to the occasion. There were some guys that I did not think played as well. I don't think I think Kevin Knowles could have probably, number 3, could have probably played a little bit better. Fitzgerald Cypress could have played a little bit better. But I think 16 did very, very well out there. And they've been talking about a youth movement. So shout out to the youths for doing their thing. Patrick Payton, 3.5 tackles for loss, 3 sacks, both career highs. We have not had that in a while. DJU played better as well. But here's one highlight here, and I'll do the breakdown. So here's something. Okay, here's what we teach at Mandarin. So the play action, right? Play action is is an integral part of the game. DJU doesn't move as fast with the play action. What we teach though is, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 6 that are being brought. I might be missing somebody in there. Excuse me. That's 7. 7 that's being brought with 6 in the box. I mean, with 6 technically there to block. You've got 8 guys. So but one of the guys, 2 of the 8 guys are the quarterback and the running back, right? So you obviously can't. They're bringing more than you can do. When we see this at Mandarin, we tell the kid we have the numbers. So we know we've got two corners there. You got a safety at the hash. That safety at the hash is not going to be able to get to the bubble screen. He's going to get lost in the traffic if these 2 wide receivers do their job. Abandon the play action, get the ball, throw it. That's what you have. That's what we teach. Now, I don't know if that's what they teach at Florida State, if they want you to still go through the process. But if I see that they're bringing more than I can block, I'm getting the ball, immediately throwing it. That's going to be a good play. I think what happens is DJ ends up pulling this. It gets tackled. But this is what happens is everybody looks the DJ, for all the good positive plays that DJ makes, his bad plays get really magnified. Like, and a lot of that goes to the same reason I talk about Adam Fuller. You just don't like him. So when you don't like somebody, everything they do stinks.
Yeah.
It's the Kendrick thing. I hate the way you dress. I hate the way you walk. I hate the way you do all of those things. Mike needs to answer why we have to keep enduring the lackluster quarterback plays, complete bullshit. Free the youngins on offense.
Appreciate the donut.
Appreciate the donation. I'm going to be honest with you. What if I told you those guys, like, we see a lot of competent quarterback play in other schools. But we also see a lot of we see it once. NC State play they're a lot of people talk about NC State playing their 3-star quarterback. They played them against Clemson too. You know what happened against Clemson? They got their asses demolished. You don't want to ruin the guys. And to be honest with you, if they felt Glenn could push the ball down the field, they would probably put Glenn in.
Yeah.
But I'm not just it's just not me. I don't know. But I do know this. Go to the next thing. We have more clips of DJU too. This is not a DJU hype machine or show or stuff like that. But go something else. I know the clip is there somewhere. Right here. Here's what we know of DJU. DJU had clean pockets. This would be this. And then here's the biggest problem I have with our fan base is people trying to break down and make assumptions and assertions that aren't true. So like, all right, push play. We'll watch this and then we'll run it back turbo.
Can they?
So we got DJU here. Pre-snap read, boom, check this. Snap, pause. My bad. Go back a little bit. So everybody's like, the wheel route is wide open. Like, look where DJ's head is right now. So DJ's right-handed. So naturally, you're going to always peek to your, not always, but like right now, the read is to the right. You got a two-man go here. You see the corner is clearly bailing. So they're in man. So push play a little bit more. So boom, he sees the linebacker, but he ends up getting picked. Everybody's like, there's a wide open wheel route. Now, when you see a defender or somebody fall down on contact and the ball is thrown there, as an audience, do y'all know what's going to happen right there? There's this thing called offensive pass interference. They could have easily called pick because Hakeem did absolutely nothing to try to avoid that person. Hakeem just ran his route. Now, he looked there, wasn't there. Look to his left. You see a wide receiver with that one of your fastest players with 2 steps on a DB running a corner route to the end zone. That is the better play. We scored a touchdown. That's the play. That's the picture that we put of Megamind where he catches that. Everybody's just like, oh, he should have thrown the wheel route. No, he shouldn't have thrown the wheel route. There's literally nobody there to help that guy. The wheel route is not a bad play. It's actually the frustrating, I believe. Third and longer than what it needed to be. If DJ just throws the ball out of bounds it's not an interception. We go up 10-0. He throws an interception. They hit us on a wheel route, get into their plus territory. They get 3 points out of it. Now the game is 7-3 as opposed to 10-0, which it should have been 14-0 if we would have ran a better passing play. What we'll do tonight or today, whenever I go through the breakdown of the game, I have an issue with route combinations that we run sometimes. They aren't very pretty, and I don't understand them. So it bothers me. But again, DJ fucked up. That's fuck-ups happen in games. But like, guys, don't hate the man so much that you're critiquing every little fucking thing that he does, especially when it produces points. The desired result is to score a touchdown. Shout out to Lawrence Taylor. Did y'all see his baby? He got a little baby, was holding his baby. I'm talking about that baby is so cute. Stole his whole face.
Who?
Lawrence Toafili's baby.
Oh.
I love when I see babies steal their whole, like, it's like they look just like that parent. I'm like, damn, boy, that boy didn't even, like, it's one of them things where even if he don't ever trust his baby mama, you can't go on Maury Povich. They gonna look, but come on, dog. Either she fucking your daddy or your twin, or it's you, bro.
That's crazy.
But yeah, so yes, Jason, people are. I mean, it's not. And what's crazy is I'm like, I'll critique a lot of other plays. But I don't want to critique the 2 best plays we had all game. But I mean, I don't know if they critique the other touchdown, but like, yeah. But Mike went and Mike gets on the other side of the 50. We're like 30 or 40. We go for it on 4th and long. Should not have gone for it. Tits for Fits should have been on. Like, we got to put Tits for Fits on the Jumbotron. It's got to be on. You know what? They be putting up tweets. I'm gonna try to see if I can get that on the Jumbotron one week. Tits for Fits.
I don't think.
But like, this is basically my boy. We go back to that one with Charleston White. My boy Post put this up there. He's like, you're a scoring position with one of the best field goal kickers in the nation, and this. A lot of us were. I'm like, Mike. And that's the other reason why I don't think people realize how good of a DC Fuller has been for us. Mike is a gambler. I bet if they looked at how many coaches go for it on 4th and 7 in the nation, Mike has got to be one of the highest ones. Mike been doing this shit since they got there. This Fuller gets the ball on it. Like, one time a team got the ball on their 35, and they're about to score, and they like then the defense score gives up a point. They're like, damn, Fuller, you couldn't even stop them, bitch. They were on the 35. Points were inevitable. If he holds them to 3, it's a good. Like, they didn't score one touchdown with one of the best running backs in the league. And I think I think he should get more props in there. Shout out to Kyle, who always donates, but finally made it official and became a member.
Shout out, Kyle.
So, I mean, technically, Kyle, you've always been a member, if you ask me. But I appreciate you becoming a greenie. But yeah, Mike, we don't have the explosive enough offense, in my opinion, to consistently go for that. But that's not what the most crazy thing is that people got angry about. The camera, I don't know what happened. But
your phone.
Is it dead?
No, it just looked like it.
We got fans that are mad at celebrations. Now, there's a celebration that's storming the nation. It's not just Florida State. The good teams do it too. Alabama does it too. They call it the get the strap. And you pull out you can't see my hands though. You pull out your gun, your imaginary gun, and you shoot. All my 2A people. You should love this. You should love young African Americans wanting to pull out the strap. Or they'll pull up their waist and they'll act like they're pulling up a gun. Acting like they're pulling up a gun. I want to reiterate, acting like they're doing this. And nothing messes with the way people feel than this. Oh, that's another Kyle? That's Kyle's. My bad, not Kyle. Got you. Kendall, I'm about to get to that. Like, I saw somebody say they're thugs. Kyle, I'm gonna tell you something. Norvell doesn't call the plays, guys. Like, y'all didn't notice that there, even with the lack of points, right? Y'all didn't notice that there was a lot more like synergy and like things that made sense, and Atkins is back. So we're gonna start off with this tweet. Now, this isn't an indictment on PC No. PC No dope. He didn't know what the celebration was. So I get if you don't know what it is, and it probably does look dumb as fuck if you don't know. And Peyton had 3 sacks, right? Peyton had 3 sacks. That motherfucker could do whatever. If he wants to river dance, he can river dance. But this goes to the thing when you're losing, everything is annoying. When you're losing, everything is annoying. Nobody said anything about Keon Cole. Did y'all ever notice? Anybody ever notice? Anybody ever noticed what Keon Coleman did after every big play? last year? He caught a pass and he pulls out an arrow from his back and he imaginarily pulls a bow out and he shoots the arrow.
I mess with that celebration.
Nobody has a problem with it. You know, nobody really shoots bows and arrows to just to shoot them for fun. And typically when you pull out a bow and arrow, you're trying to kill something, right? Or unalive something. It's the same exact shit. Like, do you like that? Because I guess technically Indians shot bows and arrows. They shot guns too once they got them. Who gives a fuck? Like, people put get annoyed because it's against Cal. He got 3 sacks in the game. Everybody celebrates. I got news for you. You know what? You're right. You know what? Actually, you know what? No fan. That gets me to my point. I like that. You make no fan. It was against Cal. Underrated. Do we have the noise of when our fans were getting riled up in the end zone? Do we still have that video? Because nobody said, well, you shouldn't be making noise because it's just Cal. Imagine somebody coming to you as a fan and saying, it's just Cal. Why are you standing up? Because they scored a touchdown. Imagine somebody telling you how to celebrate. Imagine somebody coming up and saying, why are you cheering? Act like you've been there before. That would be stupid if somebody said that to a fan. That would be absolutely dumb to say to a fan, why are you celebrating? The reality is, he earned those sacks. Celebrate it. People who say act like you've been there are typically the ones who have never been there before. I mean, we got
it's gonna be a little. It's just for you.
It's all right. But everybody's just like, everybody's just, I'm sitting there like, so we don't want celebrations in football. Luke, you damn right, DJ. You should have went crazy. Like, I would have ran down the field. I'd have been doing the stanky leg. He should have did a baseball slide. He should have done all kinds of different things. No, I'm not bashing anybody in particular. Like, I don't want anybody, because like PC No Fan, I know Luke might have had this thing, but Luke, y'all be going ham. Y'all be trolling at each other. Everybody says some shit that's a little ridiculous. But even my teammates, like one of my teammates is a good guy, Jared Hetzel. Love Jared Hetzel. Jared Hetzel, I believe, was our special teams captain my freshman year at Florida State. Good guy. We have great talks. He's like, they didn't do this last year. And I'm like, bitch, they celebrated everything last year. Them bitches selling. In business, I remember almost all the business conferences that I used to go to, they used to always have this saying. It's called celebrate foolishness. And I don't mind you celebrating. You know what I hate? I hate when DBs celebrate and pull the seatbelt out after they got beat and the quarterback overthrows them.
Yeah, that's
now we can all hate that as a family.
Yeah, that's bad.
But you know who else did to get the strap? Quindarius Jones. Like, literally, Memphis players did it to us.
Yeah, that's why we started doing it, because they did it to us.
Little Duval, actually, because he has a song, like pull out the strap, like a little thing. He literally goes out and finds somebody in football who does that and do that. Yeah, our guys do that. I hate when I'm with you when you're right. I am with you when you're right. DBs who get beat and celebrate don't deserve things. Patrick Payton getting a sack, getting 3 sacks, bitch, you can do whatever you want to do. So, but we go to the next one. We got some, I don't know, somebody been drinking that water. Hey, man, listen, that's what it looked like. Bob Miles is Frederick Douglass over here tripping.
When he said Russian water, I was like, oh, no. It's
up. Drink vodka. Unless it comes in, if he would have given me a Bloody Mary, I'd have drank it.
Yeah. I never
Now, this
found
is what I
another-
also don't like, and I get it. We don't like DJU. Guys, can we not boo him on the Jumbotron? Boo him when he makes a bad play.
Yeah, that was.
But he hadn't even did anything yet.
Yeah, that was bad.
Like, he hasn't hurt you yet. When he hurts you, boo him. But this is not a good look.
Quarterback. DJ, we on the left.
No.
So, like, I want y'all to, again, as a guy who's around, like, y'all do know that that this doesn't make them want to come hang out with you. Like, you can't say, why is our recruiting so bad, and then do the things that we do. You know what the recruits are saying when they see y'all calling people fake gangsters, wannabe thugs for the strap, to get the strap thing that everybody does? They're like, damn, man, maybe are they a little like, are they gonna say this about me when I do something that's good? Because again, who the fuck cares? But I want to read some of the comments. We got the Knowles Only group. He does have tons of conservative stuff. He's a conservative. I don't mind it. Not that one. Not that. Stop saying you pay him $1 million. He doesn't get paid $1 million. Here's Knowles Only. All right. Jared Johnson. That's it. That's my bad. That's the thing. Legit question. Don't click on it because we know what he looks like. Legit question. We know what he looks like. A legit question is, the players lifting up their side, and he wasn't doing this because he goes on in the comments and he states that this is like he says he knows what this. And the slime thing is they're not sniffing their noses, Matt Myra, who played at Florida State. We got great dope boys. Slime is a thing. Even Self puts it's a wannabe gangster thing, like they're showing you their gun.
Simulated parentheses. Why did he put that?
Stop wasting so much energy on celebrations. Get off the field. Get on the line. Hey, man. I got me wanted to ask, what era did they stop watching football? Or what are they stuck in? Like, do y'all realize, as a guy whose family's from the Northeast, right? I grew up in Tallahassee, but my family's from the Northeast. The games that we saw the most when, like, during Thanksgiving and all that stuff, and because I didn't really get indoctrinated into football until I got into high school. We watched Florida State, Miami all the time. And then we would watch Florida State, Florida. What I knew is I didn't want to go to the University of Florida. I knew I wanted to go to two schools, Florida State or Miami. You know why? Because it felt like their coaches allowed them to be themselves within reason. And when I see people say stuff like Mike's allowing this or stuff like this, and then every time something bad happens, y'all go to the glory days of Bobby would not do this. Bull fucking shit. Y'all got to get rid of that. Bobby is one of the most phenomenal men that I've ever had the pleasure of being around. But Bobby is a saint. But Bobby had fucking killers, drug dealers, people from the worst places that came in, and we did way worse shit. They were doing backflips in the end zone. We were fighting before games. Matter of fact, Bobby had was consistently one of the most penalized coaches, his teams, in the NCAA. He won though. And he won by letting people be who they are. Y'all out here saying, why can't they just pull up their pants and just go out here and play football the way that it was intended to be played, like Bear Bryant and them. Even Bear Bryant started letting motherfuckers get the strap once he found out he could. They're not capable, but believe it or not, and I know this is hard because when the world has been catered to you, you believe that everything should be the way you feel it. They're not playing the band not to get on your nerves. They're not playing the band because recruits don't want to fucking hear the band all the time. They're not playing because they're playing music. Do you know why they play hip-hop music? They play hip-hop music because that's what the kids want to listen to. The guys on the field want to hear that shit. And I'm sorry. If you want to get motivated for a football game, you're gonna listen to rap music. It's hard to get up for a football game listening to 70s, to listening to classic rock. I don't know what to tell y'all, but like the celebrations are a part of it. That's what makes entertainment is so that you're entertained. If you're not entertained, don't watch it. But you know what could be worse? We could have that damn turnover bag again. Tell dog, yes. Actually, what's statute of limitations? What's the statute of limitations? Tell dog asked a very pointed question.
I know. Isn't it 20?
I think it's 20 years, right?
Yeah,
yes. Then yes. I may or may not have caused a ruckus in the student union. I may or may not have. I've never been one of the guys that's always I've never been one of the guys that saw his friends fight and felt the need to not get involved. So I can neither confirm nor deny. But somebody put, did anybody notice that I wasn't at the game and we won? I was at every game last year. Erica, they did. Let me rephrase this, because fighting is frowned upon. I'm not a violent man. What happened was there was some guys that there was a little misunderstanding. People decided that they were doing their little line thing in Majiggy where they were doing their steps, and somebody may have interrupted their proceedings on accident, not understanding what was going on. Those guys decided that they would like to have a confrontation with about 40 of the most testosterone-fueled, hormonally driven, in-shape students in the school. And what happened was there was a demonstration of fist and feet that allowed for a learning lesson to happen. And people may or may not have had to be transported from one place to another place. If you will, they got strapped up. I guess without having to use instruments of destruction.
Celebration.
And those they got into. I mean, they decided to get into it with the largest frat on campus, which happens to wear garden and gold. Yes, Jason. In other words, they fucked around and found out. As I remember telling another frat one time that at one point when we were discussing their rituals, if you will, that if their rituals decided to apply physical force to me while trying to learn them, then I will have my entire fucking neighborhood come in this bitch and we'll find out who's fucking college students and who's not. And
that was hilarious.
And they and then one of the guys said, "Hey man, maybe you don't need to know our rituals. We should just be friends." I said, "Maybe I don't." But the signals were they were like, it was like 15 of them that day. Bless their hearts though. The Kappas would have never tried. And the Omegas would have never tried. But sometimes you just gotta. That tough stuff got to get thrown out of the window, man. I don't understand it. I would have never fought. But some of the quotes, man, interesting, man. Like just, I hate all the showboat. This is the guy. I hate all the showboat. My high school coach wouldn't let us even think about doing any of that crap. He always said, "You did your job. Why celebrate? You did what you were supposed to do. He preached class. He always used to say that if you didn't know what class is, then you don't have it. He always told our team, let me see what this motherfucker really looked like. Yeah, he definitely never played. It's always the cats with the hairline that go to that makes a dome. I mean, makes a horseshoe. Like if you look at the top of their head, it looks like the Ohio State Stadium. And that's why he's a high school coach. And where is he from? Let me see, because that's a crowd when you be looking at their pictures and shit, and you be like, man, where's this motherfucker from? This motherfucker from Valdosta High School. Bull fucking shit. You know what? Hold on. Hey, man, go see if Scott's back there. The short guy. He matter of fact, bullshit. I'm called bullshit on that. Bull fucking shit. Talking about Valdosta High School like they don't celebrate in Title Town. Get the fuck out of here. He couldn't have gone to Valdosta High School. He must have went to Lowndes. Damn, Scott not here. I'm about to ask Scott if he knows this motherfucker, because that's bullshit.
I think he's left.
Oh man, I was about to say, damn. Somebody put, I'm surprised CMN is allowing this mess. They're acting like they're the number one team in the nation. Do your job. The whole culture is out of control. No discipline. I don't know how or why Norvell lost control, but he needs to threaten to leave and be ready to if he can't run the team the way he sees fit. It's past ridiculous. Damn. Y'all ever like when y'all type this stuff with y'all thumbs, not y'all, just in general, like when people type these things with their thumbs, right? Do y'all like ever sit back and be like, this is going to read bad? Like, this might not give the most accurate perception of what I am. Like, you ever think that? Like, just sometimes, like anything I post, I'm like, this is who the fuck I am. Now, if I don't understand somebody, I tell this stuff. But I'm like, do y'all ever just be sitting back like, somebody gonna read this shit and think I might sound a little racist. Like a little, like not racist. Let me phrase it. Racist is a strong word. And for whatever reason, racist is the worst word that you can call a white person. Like, I don't even know why. It doesn't cost you anything. Just like, if you're not racist, you're not racist. But I'll say this. Like, maybe people will get the wrong perception of the way I feel about people when I use words like gangsta, thug over a fucking celebration. When I call people a snowflake for them feeling about other shit that actually matters, but yet I'm melting down over a player celebration. Like, do you ever like sit back and just be like, you know what? I wonder how people are going to feel about me. Because like in my mind, I'm like, why the fuck do you care? Because they're quick to tell you they don't care. Crystal Lynn Clark, I got a good idea what. No. See, this is my type of pilgrim. Now, Crystal Lynn, like she got a little sauce in her. She cooked like Betty White. I don't care if he simulates being strapped. I don't care if he simulates getting strapped. He can simulate anything he wants if he's sitting quarterbacks down. That's my point.
Yeah. What? You know so.
Exactly, man. I put these comments have me in stitches. This is what people are saying without knowing it. We should stop recruiting these type of players and get the more wholesome ones if we plan on winning, is what I'm gathering. Next, you'll say Bobby would never, which is a lie. And you know what? What happens when you put that real shit out there? Nobody really comments on it. But anyways, man, people will find ways to get angry about anything. Damn, I want to talk about my boy Matt Hayes, but I'll get on him another day. It could be worse. Everybody who believes that DJU is the worst quarterback in the ACC, right? Whew, imagine if DJU would have done what Kyle Drones did. If you don't know what I'm talking about, this might be the worst football play I've ever seen in my life. 3rd and 8, and no, typically 3rd and 8s, you don't. I don't know what this could be considered. It's not a throw. A throw has to be forward. So he threw a safety. What does that mean? Let's see. I'll let you guys see.
Throws to the throw. Pressure. Gets sacked.
I saw this, but
Yo.
If DJU did that, y'all would be putting pitchforks in his house.
Yeah. Who is that?
Kyle Drones, starting quarterback for Virginia Tech. They play Miami next week. Miami, I'm betting that I might be betting the mortgage on Miami right there, man. Like, if that's what they got, then shit. People say the free the youngins chat, and this is the reason why Kobe Wright, prospect of Bryson, father of prospect Bryson Wright, coaching in football at the NFL and college level is at an all-time low, and nobody wants to talk about it. This is why you don't free the youngins. Like, you don't free the youngins because they're not getting developed. And if you just throw people out there in bad situations, they get worse. I'm sorry. Man, still, it's so much stuff going on in football that you can't even get into. We still haven't gotten to the Diddy portion of life. But one of the things I want the Lord, I don't pray much, but I wish I feared the devil as much as ESPN fears cover 2. Did y'all hear this about them talking about too high safety?
No.
It's one of the dumbest things I've ever seen in my life. Like, they talk about cover 2 like it just got here. But Lord Jesus and AZ's mom, please protect me from cover 2 defense, which AZ's mom probably loves cover 2 defense because that's what her son is basically in a cover 2, in a man situation where they have 2 high safeties. But Mel Kiper, to summarize, and we'll get to what he's saying, he says that 2 high safeties is ruining football. And that back in the day, he said, "Oh God, it was just one of them in my day shit." Like when quarterbacks were throwing for 2,000 yards in 16 game seasons, we pushed the ball down the field. Like, no, the fuck you didn't. Like, I was like, if they have 2 safeties high, so you only get 11 players. So if 2 safeties are high, that means you have 9 people available. If you have 2 wide receivers, that means you have 7 guys available. I know the camera's out again. Look, let's just listen to what Mel says. Like, I don't want to put words in his mouth. Just Mel with his hair still in the mob.
Yeah,
this man talked like football, like was what happened to the glorious days of the deep ball in the 60s and 70s? Bitch, you were running the fucking wing T.
What it is he's talking about. I don't like using terms like too high safety and just assuming
so
everyone in
Dan
our
is
audience
going
knows
the
exactly
quarterback
what
is
that means.
gonna go
So
over here.
in English, not in
walking like
footballese, let's show them what that is.
All right, so first of all, 2 high safeties has been around for a long time. Tony Dungy made Tampa 2, the defense, famous down there. So why are teams playing 2 high safety a little bit more at a frequency than in the past?
They're not.
Okay, number one,
They're
they're trying to minimize the explosive plays with dynamic athletes at quarterback and wide receiver. Number 2, they want athletes on the field, meaning 5 defensive backs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now 2 high safeties is this. I'm going to cut the field in half very simply, and I'm going to draw a line in between these hashes. Now, 2 high safeties mean there's going to be 2 safeties back, okay? He's responsible for that half of the field in some capacity. He's responsible for that half the field in some capacity. Eyes on the quarterback. So no one gets deeper than those guys to take away the explosive. Then what they do is they take those 7 underneath defenders and they just have vision and responsibility on the quarterback. Now, when those guys have vision and responsibility, that corner's responsible for that area. This corner's responsible for that area. And then these 3 linebacker people, they're responsible in a zone with vision on the quarterback for that area. Now,
Which
this
one of
is
those
why
linebackers
they're
would be
doing it,
on the
and how
TV?
can offenses attack it? There's really only 4 places to try to throw the football, okay? The 2 places up top vertically are what they know is like those honey holes, right? Those turkey hole shots, high risk, high reward, but low percentage. And then the other area is going to be the seam behind all those linebackers. Again, difficult throws for the offenses to take advantage.
We push pause.
Really,
So
What he's
what he's
basically
basically
describing is
describing is
one
one
variation,
variation of too high safety,
and that
and that
is
is
basically
a
running
running
cover.
cover.
But you have cover 2 man, you have quarters, you have cover 6. You've got like a plethora of different ways that have been played and called since the beginning of time. And I'm not 1,000% sure why it's still scary, because you can literally occupy the safety. You can and still be able to get what you want. You can run a post. You can run a lot of different things that can still get you everything that you want. Like a big play in the NFL is considered a play over 20 yards or more. And Dan put some other stats that up there over time that was talking about how it's which is funny is the week that this was last week, right? That they talked about this. He definitely made the linebacker and nickel the same person. Dan is like the defensive coordinator for Florida. He did use a lot of fucking football verbiage. Oh damn, I put the wrong thing in there. Disregard the Frico statute that he got. I put the fucking liberal media disgust me when they put this too high safety. Mel Kiper put it should be outlawed, right? Which is the wildest shit. The person who really spazzed on him, actually, let me find this. Damn, I thought I had it up here. Maybe I didn't put it up. Before we even get into that, so Mel Kiper saying, and he goes on his rant about how everybody's, back in his day, they didn't do this. Coach Brown, Jason Brown, who, if I agree with Jason Brown, then it's something bad going on. You're only showing cover 2. There's cover 2 man, cover 6, quarters, all variations of 2 high plus roll coverage, cloud, high school. We have this thing called palms coverage that everybody runs. Bradford fucked us up real bad with palms coverage. It all comes down to you got to get to know what you're actually going up against. But click on like the last one real quick. We'll go back and then come forward. Because they talked about this and how teams aren't, not that one, my bad. Yeah, they talk about it, and then this is what happened that exact same weekend. And actually, before we get into that, click on the quote tweet of him saying why it should be outlawed. So scroll down like that and play that video first. I'm pretty sure this is Mel's version of it.
What your problem is with it? How would you try? Mel, pick it up from there. For exactly what your problem is with it, how would you try and solve it?
Well, I grew up with the best of the national football, like 60s, 70s, into the 80s. You're talking about deep shots, right? The go route, the 9-route post. You're talking about Terry Bradshaw in a Super Bowl hitting John Smallworth. You see Leroy Irvin's timing, right? Just off the receiver. They laid it out there, right? Hit the receiver in stride, 65-yard touchdown. It's a beautiful thing to watch. That's what I want to see brought back to the National Football League. Okay, check down kings.
Okay, cool. He wants to see deep shots.
Football.
Fair. Now this is what happened that weekend, right? Like if you go back to that same tweet, and I want to see deep shots. Big stuff happen, right? Mel, what fucking football were you watching, son? Look at what they're doing now. Before we get into this is crazy. You're on your 3-yard line. Excuse me, you're inside your 3-yard, 2.5-yard line. You're backed up on the goal line. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that means we got 9 people pictured. You get 11 people on a football field. So class, based upon math, that means we have 2 safeties deep. Let's see what happens. Or turn away, cover your ears, because Jason cusses a lot.
fucking yards, no Kuiper. You fucking idiot. Never been right on the draft yet. You said Ryan Leaf was the guy, you fuck. Now we want safeties at 5 fucking yards. So you can throw a post to fucking Stallworth in 1967, you fucking Jubei wearing motherfucker! Holy fuck, you guys on ESPN are fucked, man! Now we have to dictate to the quarterback. Hey, quarterback, please, I know we're all so shitty, but let's play cover 2. Mean the fucking times, you fucking idiot! Dan Orlovsky should have came on my show, motherfucker. You fuck me. You don't know shit either, sitting there in them tight-ass skinny jean pants. You fuck. You motherfuckers don't know football. Get me on there, motherfuckers. You guys fuck. Now you want to take me at 5?
He's
Fucking
saying
yards, no Kuiper. You fucking idiot.
saying what every football guy's thinking though. Is he losing weight? I think is he because everybody loses weight on Ozempic. Now you can't work hard and lose weight. You got to be taking Ozempic.
Wow, that's what people do.
Man, damn. You want to know the real reason why quarterback play stinks? It has nothing to do with cover 2. Click on that Dan Casey thing right there, man. Shit like this. And for people who remember, this happened with Florida State last week. Everybody cried. Oh, it's going to be the offensive line coach. Players fuck up. Watch this. This is not how that play was designed. I promise you. You're not supposed to have 2 guards pulling into each other, especially on the pass play. That's what they look like. So now look at this quarterback throwing the ball with somebody in his lap. Even the defense is cool. So we got another play for you. You don't believe it, James? That's just one off. Have y'all watched the tackles? They stink. Go to the Bryce Hayes one. I mean, his tackle's getting bruised. My bad, not that one. Yeah. Now this guy is getting paid $15 million a year. I mean, he's the 7th highest paid left tackle in the NFL. And he decides in his mind that I'm just not gonna block anybody. So I want you to watch this. He's number 71. He's got 2 guys he can pick from. He says, fuck it. I ain't gonna block nobody. Why is the passing suck? This is why the passing sucks. But that was a run play. But imagine they do this. They don't just do this with run plays. It's what that nut-ass freak bull got to deal with. Now, the guy didn't do that against the Jags last week, but he decided to do it against the Giants. That's why the Giants whooped that ass. That's depressing. Hopefully the Jags will get it done today against the Bills. Even though my baby boy has already told me that he's rooting against them and wants Keon Coleman to score. So fuck them kids. Lastly, I gotta give props to Dion and his crew. Like, did y'all see that? That was probably the most exciting last few minutes of the game. As bad as Florida State fans want to bitch and complain, Dave Aranda's the king of finding new ways to lose. All you had to do, there's one, cover 2, getting beat deep. They figured it out in college. Go to the, I guess one of y'all got to pull the stuff up. So one clip I'm going to show you how it got into overtime, and the next one is how they won overtime. And I already knew he was a good player, but there is nothing. I think Cam Ward will win the Heisman, but there is nothing stopping me from saying that this guy right here is the best football player in college football. Not Shadur Sanders, but no. Shadur's out here freestyling, but making things happen. So there's one rule: don't get beat deep, and they kept getting beat deep on this drive.
The Big 12 opener comes down to this,
and this is the best player in college football. I have always liked Travis Hunter, but to see Travis Hunter And even his explanation about why he wanted to do it, he actually like he goes in. They've been running the ball pretty good. It's his first down. This guy doesn't even have to do the fiercest hunter in the wild. And that is if you go down to the last part. Yeah. I've gotten on killer whales because I feel like they kill with no remorse. And there's no rhyme or reason why they kill. I said they throw baby seals in the air like they're beach balls. But then I step back and I think about all the people that killer whales fuck with. Seals, sharks, and apparently white people with boats that kill their homies. Killer whales only fuck with people who need to be fucked with. And are we showing this yet?
Yeah, it's on there.
Like, seals are terribly disgusting people. I mean, animals. They are worse than R. Kelly, Puffy, and anybody. They sodomize penguins, man. They deserve everything that comes to them. I don't think they do enough to them. I think they should just eat their livers first and then torture. They should torture them like they do sharks. If seals were good people, I'm noticing a trend with killer whales. They only kill those who are terrible people, terrible individuals, or terrible beings. So I don't know if they can hear.
Trespassing the penguins in front of all the others because the bystander effect is and this violation will last about 5 minutes. 3 times out of 4, the seal would complete and then let the penguin go. That 4th time, the seal tore the penguin to shreds and ate it, ripping its head off first. The worst part of it all is that it allegedly started when one down egregious seal tried it, and then the others followed his lead, CSIing Happy Feet. So now we know 2 things. We know why orca shot put seals off principle, and we know why penguins waddle. Yeah, I wasn't about to let you get away with this comment. You probably know where I'm going with this. If you unfollow me after this one, I would not blame you. So in First Seal Society, there's usually one big alpha seal called the Beachmaster that gets to mate with all the females in the area, which means a lot of weaker beta male seals lose the lottery and end up getting less action than a white crayon. Yeah, it's about that time where I test how far guidelines are up my ass. Because the end game is these extremely frustrated first seals end up resorting to taking it out on... Yeah, that's a penguin. Researchers have recorded male seals chasing down, pinning, and trespassing the penguins in front of all the others because the bystander effect is and this violation will last about 5 minutes. 3 times out of 4, the seal would complete and then let the penguin go. That 4th time, the seal tore the penguin to shreds and ate it, ripping its head off first. The worst part of it all is that it allegedly started when one down egregious seal tried it, and then the others followed his lead, CSIing
probably.
So now we know.
See a lot of similarities to human world. Beta males ain't getting no action, so they try to take out their frustration on things that have nothing to do with them, and those people deserve to get chucked in the air by killer whales. Again, stay out the water. That's my only advice for you. Florida State won, so who the fuck cares about everything else? We'll probably talk about Miami and Florida's victories too. They won. Kudos, good for you. The Jags hopefully will win today. Be the only victorious NFL team in the state of Florida. That's the goal. Outside of that, man, appreciate everybody for chopping it up with me. We will see you guys next time.